Arr, mateys! Welcome to Sea of Thieves. This is Damron with Trash Ass Gamers, and today we're going to be talking about the commendation and achievement Hoarder of Barnacle Gold, which is to sell 300 shipwrecked chests. So we're going to talk about all aspects. There's been some confusion about what exactly counts and what doesn't count, so we're going to talk about that. And first, the main thing is being able to find sunken ships, and that's going to be done by finding these collection of birds that are kind of hovering above the sea, and they are going to either be above barrels, which I showed you in the first portion of this video, but if you go to those birds and there are no barrels floating in the sea, then it's probably a sunken ship that's underneath the ocean that you can't actually see. So, park your boat. I always like to take a banana with me because you're going to be underwater for quite some time. Jump in and boom, you're going to see a sunken ship. Another times you'll actually see a portion of the ship sticking out of the water. Those are the easiest ones to find because you can see them from quite a distance away. So those are the three things that you're looking for to find an actual sunken ship. So let's talk about what counts and what doesn't count towards the 300 shipwreck chests. So when you're going into these ships, what you're looking for are actual chests. Doesn't matter the type of chest. It can be a chest of sorrow, it can be a chest of grogs, it can be an ashen chest, or an actual barnacled chest. And that's what the commendation says is, it's Hoarder of Barnacled Gold, but you see this chest of sorrow here isn't actually barnacled, but it will still count. And I'm going to show you the end as I turn in all of these, what counts and what doesn't count in the sense of moving the progression forward. So here's a barnacled Martyrs chest. So this is, again, it's going to count. I found it in a sunken ship. So the other things in the sunken ship are definitely not going to count. Your Orders of Soul Skulls and your Merchant Alliance, tea crates and things like that, those aren't going to count. It's only chests that you find in the sunken ship. Now, another places that you can find these barnacled chests are when you sink a skeleton ship. Often the chest that they drop, other than a stronghold chest, will be barnacled. And you'll see that right here. I believe I pick up a barnacled captain's chest and a barnacled seafarer's chest. And when you turn those in, it will say shipwrecked, seafarer's chest sold, but it's not going to count. That's not actually going to count for the commendation because it came from a skeleton ship. And I'll show you that again at the end. We're going to turn all these in and I'll show you that those actually don't count, even though it says shipwrecked, whatever type of chest you sold on the bottom. It won't count towards the shipwrecked chest commendation. It has to be only chests that you found in sunken ships. You can also find barnacle chests just washed up on the beaches of some islands every once in a while. Again, those are not going to count either. So another thing to keep in mind as we're about to turn these in is that it has to be you or a crew member turning these in. If you're in an alliance and your alliance members on another boat turn these in, obviously those aren't going to count towards your commendation. You'll get credit for them and some rep and some gold, but you won't get credit towards the commendation. So let's look. We're at 29 of 60 shipwreck chests here, and here's the chest of sorrows that I picked up from the sunken ship, as well as the believe it's a martyr's chest here that's barnacled. So you can see the chest of sorrows counted. So now it's at 30 of 60. So now I also sell this one, and I go into my reputation, and now it says 31. So both of those counted, and that one says shipwrecked martyr's chest. So those are both from a sunken ship. Those are going to count whether or not it's actually barnacled or not. And just to show you that again, here are two ash and castaway chests that I found in a sunken ship. Clearly they're not barnacled. So let's go into the Hoarders Commendation. Right now we're at 33 of 60. So we're going to pick up those and sell them to the gold hoarders. And as you can see on the bottom there, it doesn't say shipwrecked ashen castaway chest, right? It just says ashen castaway chest. But if we go to our commendation, now we're at 35 of 60. So another example, on the left, we have all shipwrecked chests. Okay, we got a variety. We got a chest of sorrows, we got a chest of grog, and we got a barnacled chest. And then here on the right, I have a barnacled seafarer's chest. We picked up that seafarer's chest from a skeleton ship that we sunk, and I want to show you that that chest, although it says shipwreck chest sold, will not count towards the commendation. So we're going to turn in all three of these real quick. And I will say, it's kind of BS because technically the skeleton ship is a sunken ship at that point, right? We sunk it. So honestly, I hope they change it a little bit in the future. I think the barnacle chest from the skeleton ship should count, honestly. I don't like that they don't count. I get that they're trying to make us explore the shipwrecks for that particular commendation, but I do think a barnacle chest, even washed up on the sand beaches, should count because ideally, or it's thought that that must have come from a sunken ship at some point for it to become barnacled, right? So we went into the inventory a little early there; it didn't register. So here we've turned in all of those. So just to show that the chest of grog, chest of sorrows, and the barnacle chest, all those are going to count. Remember, we were at 35 of 60 before we turned all those in. So now let's go back into our reputation for gold hoarders, and we'll go down, and now we're at 38 of 60. So you can see all three of those counted. So it doesn't have to say shipwrecked chest sold. So now let's now let's go over to this barnacled seafarer's chest that we got from a skeleton ship. So we're going to turn this in, and it's going to say on the bottom, shipwrecked seafarer's chest sold. But we did not find it from a shipwreck. It's just a shipwrecked chest because it's barnacled. We got it from a skeleton ship. So now if we go into our reputation, what you're going to see, it still says 38 of 60. So just keep all that in mind, guys. So just remember that the only thing currently counting as of the February 6th update are chests found in actual shipwrecked ships. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. You can check out our Sea of Thieves playlist here on the bottom left, and we'll see you out on the seas.